Hey guys, welcome to our episode of the Terror Zone. Today in our Terror Zone, we are going to look into our original stories of Fantasta 2000, our next Disney movie to talk about. Now there are a few stories that are based on the stories in Fantasta 2000, and most of it I will take a look at today. We're going to talk about the Fast Tin Soldier. Fantasta 2000, all based on Mother Nature and was the original story. Now, before I get into any of that, I'm going to talk about the Fast Tin Soldier, which is the only story in this compilation of movies that is based on true material. This cartoon was made in Fantasta 2000 and was based on the Hans Andersen story by the same name. Now, we're going to take a look at if you guys don't know the story, I'll give you a brief summary of what happens in the Disney version. In a toy store, we meet a soldier with a soldier case with a set of different soldiers toys. They come to life when the person's not around. So, the one soldier we see has one leg missing. He slowly sees a ballerina who might have the same thing. She is dancing on a little wind-up toy music box. We see her, and the soldier thinks that she has one leg, just like him. But then he sees that she doesn't. But he ends up falling in love with her anyway. But the Jack-in-the-Box grows very jealous of him because he used to be with her as a girlfriend once. And they have a fight, and the soldier slowly goes on a way far journey to get right back and fight the Jack-in-the-Box again and end him. In the end, we see the girl ballerina dancing with him. This is a cute little story and all that Disney has made as a cartoon series. They were going to make it into a movie, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. So instead, it into a little TV, little show. There was going to be a lot of different Fantasia cartoons over the years. There was going to be one with babies, one with flowers, and many more. I mean, of course, the flowers did come to fruition. There are many different characters that definitely were going to be something, but not all of them came into the final cut. But anyway, here we are. And here's the real true story of the Fast Tin Soldier. By Hans Christian Andersen. The true one. On a little boy's birthday, he receives a box of 25 soldier toys as a gift, but he put it on the table. On one of the soldier had a missing leg because as his father for him, they're not finished yet in the model to make the leg, so it stayed that way. Nearby the box was a pretty paper doll ballerina. Yeah, so in this version, instead of it being a music box, it is a paper doll, just shaped like a ballerina doll. Paper. And she too had a single leg above. Yeah, so the paper was cut out into a shape that made her look like her leg was way up the entire time. So in this version, she definitely did have one leg in a way. After the soldier, at first glance they fall in love, with not to notice the Jack-in-the-Box right next to them. They didn't notice here. That night, the Jack-in-the-Box came out in a form of a goblin, and he warns the soldier to keep his eyes off the ballerina because he loving her. But the soldier ignores him. The next day, the soldier falls out of the window passingly. We don't know what happened, but we assume the Jack of the passingly. The work of the Jack of the Box in the box. The Jack in the Box pushes them out of there. Two boys catch him as they play with him, put him in a paper sailing boat, and sailed away in the park lake, leading to the rat that asked a toll to pass, but the waves were so strong and the soldier put his spear up, and the rat got sailed away forward, and the waves got too rough. And suddenly the boat was sailed towards by a fish. The farther, while the fisherman finds a fish and finds the fish, and he takes it home with him. He cuts the fish open, and inside reveals the soldier. Inside, the fisher picked him up and put him back with the paper ballerina right next to him. It turns out that this was, well, the toy maker earlier in the story. But suddenly the boy picked him up and froze him into the fireplace, thanks to the Jack in the Box. Now, I don't know if the Jack in the Box really meant to do this, but I think he's an unknown force in the story, where he's like a god warning the soldier to stay away and doing all these evil things to him. But we don't know that for sure if that's the case or not. Unbelievable of sorts. This kid really just didn't want a soldier, and he just didn't like that his soldier was not made in his set or had the legs. So he just decided to throw him in the fire because he didn't care about him. Just like what kind of happened in that one in Toy Story 4, where that one girl did not like that one doll. So this boy just didn't like the soldier ultimately. She just threw him in the fireplace. A gust of wind blows over, making the ballerina blow to the fireplace as well, burning them both. The next morning, while cleaning up a tin heart, cleaning up the ash, the coal blew away. While the maid was cleaning up, she found a tin heart, and right next to it, a big black peeper of coal. And that is the end of the real story of the Fast Tin Soldier. Very bleak, huh? Just like Romeo and Juliet. Never meant to be. And the soldier keep thinking about her in love and kept at it through the story. He wished the ballerina could see her over and over. He keeps thinking about her within his troubles. So yeah, you could definitely see that this has a more sadder and more depressing ending than the other two. It shows the struggles of a toy and what can really happen to it. Hans Christian Andersen's story really took this story way differently than the Disney direction did, as you can really tell. The story is very bleak and more melancholy, making the Jack in the Box more than a villain. Instead, in this story, he's more of a driving force, warning the soldier to stay away from the ballerina. But the soldier does not listen to him. Instead, he gets killed in the process. There you go. So, this is what happens towards the end of the story. What'd you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Most of the Fantasia stories are mostly original stories, so won't be looking at those, but there are some, like the Mother Nature, which only presented through Disney's eyes. So not to mention is presented here. But not just presented here. But not to mention that in some versions of of Mother Nature, she does depict having a deer as her friend, or a pet, or a somewhat companion by her side. So in a way, it could still work here. And not much has changed and as for Noah, the cartoon with Donald Duck in it, it stays true to the original story. The only difference is that Noah has 3 sons in the story, where they end up having wives. He also does not set a dove in the cartoon either, to make sure there's land. Also, there's a side story in the Children of Eden, where one of the Noah's sons is in love with one of the girls from descendant of one of the boys of Adam and Eve. And one of the sons of Adam and Eve turned evil. And because of this is a descendant of the evil one. So in a way, they think that she is bad and not evil. Just like descendants, they had to learn to get along with her and understand that she wasn't evil just like her father once was. Anyway, that's really all I could say about these stories, unfortunately, through Fantasta 2000. So, there's not much to say about these. The rest of the cartoons are original. Of course, some of them are based on true music that definitely is a part of this. But most of the story stays true to what Disney wrote alongside the music. So, in a way, all those things are very original. If you guys liked this video, tell me in the comments below. And we'll see you next time on the Terror Zone. Next original stories we'll tell you. Next.